And once again, welcome to KTN Prime. My name is Jesse Rogers. Our sign language interpreter tonight is Gideon Minor. Now, President William Ruto is chairing a 4-day cabinet retreat that kicked off today. Cabinet secretaries and other senior government officials attended the retreat, where they will give deliberations and their departmental plans for the year 2023. Former Chief Justice David Maraga was a surprise guest at that meeting, and Clement Masombo spent the day in Nanyuki and now files the following report.
The first cabinet retreat commenced at the Fairmont Country Club in Nanyuki on Thursday, with cabinet secretaries, principal secretaries and senior government officials attending the retreat. President William Ruto and his deputy Rigathi Gachagua also checked in on Thursday evening. The Thursday's first meeting was chaired by Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi, who called upon government officials to work in harmony and union.
The team here should bond and work in a coordinated manner. All right? We don't want people working in silos. Somebody thinking what I do is mine and mine alone, and it has nothing else to do with the rest of the government. We must understand what we say in public, how we communicate. It has serious implications.
Other CSs present also gave their expectations and plans for the year 2023 from their respective ministries.
We want to bring in central liquidity facility that links all the circles. And this is the business we're going to do, to link all the circles so that we improve liquidity across the many circles, and in the process be able to bring give access to many Kenyans who may not be able to operate bank accounts.
Ni mkutano yetu ya kwanza tukiwa mawaziri wote pamoja, na haswa pia tukiwa na permanent principal secretaries, tukiwa tunaungana pamoja hapa kwa retreat. Tuangalie vizuri kwa makini vile tutaweza kutekeleza maagano yetu na wananchi ambao walitupatia kura, ndio tujue programs na projects itamalizika namna gani.
Transport and Infrastructure CS Kipchumba Murkomen raising concerns over the huge pending bills that Ruto's administration inherited from the previous regime.
We have a big challenge also of management of resources. My ministry has a lot of challenges in relation to pending bills because it's a capital intensive ministry. So the discussion here across board is in terms of how do we grow the economy and how do we manage debt and how do we raise resources for achieving these objectives is extremely important.
Other issues given priority in Thursday's deliberations included the high cost of living that has proven to be a burden to majority of Kenyans.
The beauty of the entire structure is that the government is alive to the sensitivities of the citizen in terms of the cost of living. And I've heard even the president yesterday's interview that he has committed to ensure that he'll be able to bring the cost of living down. We have just discussed with Cabinet Secretary Linturi on what he intends to do as the Minister of Agriculture to ensure that the citizen is able to access maize, to access the various basic needs in terms of the ministry. And he tells us that by February, his undertaking is that by end of February is going to do all that he has to do to ensure that the cost of flour and other basic commodities have been brought down.
The retreat will run for the next 3 days, where the team is expected to share their deliberations. Retired Chief Justice David Maraga also attended the retreat. It was not immediately clear under what position Maraga was attending. This was not the first time Maraga is appearing at President William Ruto's function. In September 2022, Maraga also attended the swearing-in of 6 judges appointed by Ruto immediately after his inauguration. In December the same year, Ruto, through a Gazette notice, appointed Maraga to chair a 23-member task force whose main mandate is to oversee the improvement of reforms for members of the National Police Service and the Kenya Prison Service. Masombo Clement, KTN News, Nanyuki.
Moving on, President William Ruto has now confirmed that he indeed fired former DCI boss George Kinoti, walking back on his own words mentioned in September last year that the DCI boss had tendered his resignation. President Ruto claimed he relieved Kinoti of his duties for overseeing a team accused of multiple extrajudicial killings. This as the president distanced himself from claims that he had influenced the clearance